What's going on, guys? Zephyrnix here, and I want to go ahead and give my fresh impressions, fresh impressions of the PlayStation Vita. Like many people, I've gotten to go ahead and play it on, at the local GameStop, and I went over there because I wanted to, give my own impressions of it, see how it was. Now, so I'll give it to you in two flavors, controls and games. So without further ado, here we go. Now, just letting you know, I kind of wanted to get it because I really wasn't sure if I wanted to play on the PlayStation 3 too long. And the thing is that the PlayStation Vita has more features than the PlayStation 3 does. Go figure. So I was like, okay, well, I want to go ahead and experience that. See if I wanted to go ahead with that. So here we go. Controls. I can get used to it. It was just like the buttons, like the X, circle, and triangle buttons were a bit small, and I kept hitting like the wrong buttons on accident. Like I would hit the X button, I would accidentally hit the circle and the X button, The analog sticks are a little bit smaller, and that's probably because I'm used to using like analog sticks such as like the Xbox 360 controller and the PlayStation 3. So I can understand that, and another part was the simple fact that the D-pad was fine, but I noticed that with the analog stick, like unlike here where you have plenty of room to go and push just slightly and hit the edge, already. That was the one problem I had. But I mean, all that can get used to. I can get used to that with no problem at all. One thing I did kind of bother me though is I kind of realized that the Vita does not have an L2, an L3, or an R2 or an R3, And the reason why that bothered me was because Sony simply stated that, yes, you can go ahead and use the PlayStation Vita as a controller. Well, how are you going to use it? Well, a controller for the PlayStation 3. And I'm like, well, how are you going to use it as a controller for the PlayStation 3 when you're missing 4 buttons? You're missing 4 entirely buttons. How are you going to use it? I mean, they could go ahead and put like R2 and R3 on the screen and then use the back sensor for R3 and L3 on the screen, and then use R2 and L2 for the back centers. But I mean, really, I'm just saying, it's like they're not going to do that, and that's not the case. And the thing was is that I felt like they said that just simply so they can go ahead and feel like they're a match for the Nintendo Wii U, and that's the impression I got from it. It was like, we want to show you that we are just like the Wii U. We can do everything the same thing they can do, and for that we're gonna go ahead and say this. And for that, you kind of lowered the points for me, and kind of made me feel like you already know that the Wii U is going to be a better experience. They're scared of the Wii U. That's how I take it. Seriously, if you're going to go ahead and blatantly lie just to go ahead and and try to make yourself look like you're irrelevant compared to another system, then it comes out as why would you do that? It's because you fear that system, and this is not the first time they've done this. So don't tell me, oh no, Zephyrnix, you got that wrong. Trust me, that's not the first time. Let me see. The games were great. I had only one problem with the games. Now, ironically enough, do you guys know my one problem? As much as I love Mod Nation Racers, do you know what my one problem with Mod Nation Racers is? Not the installation, but something else. That's right, the load time. The load time is the one of the most irritating parts about Mod Nation Racers, and it has not gone anywhere. It is still a long load time in the actual PlayStation Vita version. In fact, it's twice as long as the one on the PlayStation Portable. What is that? I don't understand that. Hold on one second. So I'm like, I don't even know what to say. What else? That was the only problem I had, really. I mean, some of the games I didn't like that Gravity game I didn't like. Uncharted was fine, but you can feel that it's not an official Uncharted game. I mean, it is an official Uncharted game, but it's not Uncharted by Naughty Dog. It's not a Naughty Dog game. It doesn't even feel like a Naughty Dog game. Like, the only thing that makes it feel like Uncharted is the fact that you got Nathan Drake there, and that doesn't really say too much of anything. It's not Uncharted. I can't pick it up in good faith. Seriously. Overall though, will I get it? Will I not get it? I won't get it at launch. If I do get it, it will not be for launch. It will never be for launch. And Sony would have to come down at least $100 for me to go ahead and pick that up. Why? Simply because of the one part, because it's like, to me, they got a lot of work ahead of them. To me, that's how it feels like to me. You know, for these extra load times I got to deal with, and you know all that, they got some work ahead of them. You know, that's just my point. That's just my opinion. You know, yeah, I won't be getting the Vita, not at launch at least, and nowhere near. Like I said before, got to come down at least $100 for me to go ahead and be interested. That's all I gotta say about that. You know, you guys have a good night. Zephyrnix out. Let me know what you think about the PlayStation Vita. Now, I want to go ahead and address the teary-eyed warriors before I end this video here, because you know some of you guys get a little sensitive about your stuff, you know, or about Sony's stuff. To be honest, which is not even yours. But here's the thing: I'm not, by no means am I saying that the system is a bad system. What I'm stating is that as of right now, between all the problems that I see, either the system needs to come up in terms of features or the system needs to come down in terms of price. I prefer to come down in terms of price. Now, it's not that I can't afford it. I get a discount on everything, so that's not really the issue. But what the issue is that, for the most part, the system pretty much, Sony pretty much doesn't really understand that when it comes to portable gaming, it's supposed to be fast and furious gaming. It's supposed to be here. There you go. Jump up and start a game right there in the palm of your hands. There you go. You can go ahead and play it. You know? But with these load times, you can't do that, you know? It's supposed to be a plug-and-play gaming experience where you'll be able to jump into a game, you know, and have fun almost immediately. Yet, you can't seem to do that because of these long, lengthy load times. The same exact problem that plagues the PlayStation 3, you know, aside from installation. But I didn't try to install anything, so I'm not even sure if that's even an issue. But I'm just stating what I'm stating.